Hello again. So, I saw a video earlier today that really got me thinking about how I got here, how I became a furry, how I got into VRChat and all this stuff. So, for a new segment that I've never done before and surely I don't know if I'll ever do again, welcome to Story Time with Dawn. So, looking back at my childhood, I realized that I've always been a fan of anthroanimals. Like, I had a huge obsession with Sonic as a kid, for example. And I remember my favorite game of all time was The Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess. It still kind of is, it's still up there. And I never knew about the term furry until about 5 or 6 years ago, you know? But during the pandemic, I got really into watching anime. I mean, yeah, before then I watched, the usual suspects, Naruto, Sword Art Online, Fullmetal Alchemist, and other shows here and there. But 2020 was when I really got into watching anime. Then one day, my sister comes up to me and recommends me this one anime. That was Beastars. Now, at first I didn't really look into it. I was too busy rewatching Avatar: The Last Airbender. But a few months go by and Beastars Season 2 premieres. It was early 21, I think. Which was when I decided to cut my losses and just binge the entire show. All 2 seasons over the span of a few weeks. And I loved it. I thought that the story was incredible, the world building was really well made, the topics the show got into, all of it was just chef's kiss. And this opened the door for me to start watching other furry bait content. Like, for example, BNA, another anime, which was also fantastic.
Why did we get a season 2 of Netflix?
Then it happened. I remember vividly one night I stayed up until 3 in the morning doom scrolling, which, it was 2021, so at the time I wasn't much on TikTok, so I was on YouTube a lot more. And I came across this video, the 9 levels of being a furry from Beta Ada Deluxe. And to be honest, it was my first time ever hearing about what furries were. I thought it was a good way of educating myself quickly on what furries were. And although I did feel weird at first, obviously, and I clicked on the video due to mostly morbid curiosity, it actually made me feel all like warm and fuzzy inside, even though I didn't know at the time where this community would take me. And then from there, the rabbit hole just kept going. Found out about Zillion Russ, who was in the video, who also made another video teaching the basics of drawing furries, and for me, it introduced me to what digital art was. I wasn't an artist at the time. That made me take a drastic change of course in my career. And then I found out about other furry content, Noe or Rail the Protogen as well, whom I followed for a while. And, well, the rest is history. It's now been 5 years. I met some amazing friends. I got heavily invested in VRChat, and it helped me find my passion for the arts, drawing and video production, like this video, hi. And I'm now an extremely different person than who I was just 5 years ago. Now, after all that being said, if you're a furry watching this, how did you become a furry? And what's your favorite thing about the furry fandom? If you're not a furry, what's your opinion on the furry fandom anyways? Let me know in the comments. And thank you very much for watching. Bye!